Your mic, Ben, your mic's on. Your mic is on mute.
There's always something to get the party started, right? You know, Ben, put it on mute. Then I forget it's on mute. At least last time we put it in the wrong group. But you guys tuning in, good evening. What I was saying was it is the last episode for this season, raising the vibration of the nation with the Jedi Rebel Show. We're going to leave it on a hot topic for this season. I'm excited for this one. Katrina's in the house. Kieran's in the house. Good evening. Lawrence. We just had a great team call on the old 30-day crew. Riley's in the house. Really? We're not worked out that yet. Leo, good evening. What's going on? Let's lift the energy of the room. Tell me what's been going on in your world. Progress, wins, gold. Yeah, in. And Bev Edwards, good evening. What else is going on? Like always, ladies and gentlemen, please, help us, help other people. Why are you tuning in? Give some love, give some likes. Share this message. That's the admission for turning up, getting some real gold, some real value. Let's share the message. In fact, I'm not going any further until I get 5 shares. I'm playing hardball. Good evening, Joe. Claire's in the house. The 3 Ps, absolutely. Hey, for anybody that's done the, as you know, sorry, might as well get it out while we're here at the beginning is, if you've never heard us before, or you have, and you've done the 7 days, and in fact, I think we're at, if you've done 2, that's your total for a year. But we are running a 7-day mind camp training for free, which these days people don't value. 400, 500, 600 people coming up, doing a thing, 7 days, 4 practical skills, 1 outcome, the audio, the heart breathing, the infographic, the AM and PM routine. It's stats packed. But for you guys tuning in, that's part of the family, man, I'm interested to know what's one of your favorite things to do practically from Unbreakable? Is it the wealth walk? Is it the happy list? Is it the journaling? Is it the audios? Is it you name it? Let's go, rock them out. Rachel's in the house. Good evening, lovely. I'm just gonna use Rachel as an example. A graduate, white belt, through the 30 days into academy. In the space of 60 days, you've had some phenomenal growth, phenomenal results, right? You see, she messaged me the other day saying, hey, look, I'm feeling a little bit off course here. Directly correlated to the work that she wasn't putting in for herself, because it's what happens. Noticed it, was brave enough and strong enough and courageous enough to notice it, and then takes action. Within a couple of days, bam, back focus again, ready. And that's just growth, right? We call it expansion and contraction, or contraction expansion. Here he is. Here's the man. I was getting deep on the story, Rachel. Journaling. Don't tell me my mic's off now.
Nah, your mic's good. Hey. Your mic is good.
Annette's in the house, 4-phase meditation. Love that. AM routine, journaling. So I'm asking the crew, hey, for those of you guys that have been through any of our stuff, one of our values is education. We teach practical skills. We're not in the personality industry. We're in the personal industry game, yeah, not the personality industry and all that shit that comes with it. We are in the game that we teach people practical stuff that changes their life, right? It's as simple as that. Yeah. We get them to think freely, and we get them to feel fuller. You're all a testimony to that. Well armed, well recruited, doing your thing. AM routine sets me up for the day, absolutely. High side from Maud Scott. Hi, gentlemen. Hi, boys. Kat in the house. Denise. Beautiful. So look, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, rather than guys, let me be a bit more formal. Share the message. Just share while you're here. Just hit the share button. We talked about giving, receiving this evening a lot. In fact, all day from this morning from my kids. How ironic. And if you value what we do, you receive something from what we do. Whether it's just turning up and you don't do anything that we say, then share it. right? When this is the hot topic for tonight, we're going to deep dive into this. Sam's going to hit it off with a stat that he found with an incredible program that he's on. I know he's spoken enough, so I'm going to pass the mic home, man. What's going on?
Here we are. Well, look, there's a few. Scott's outside at work. Scott, this is just our weekly live, mate. We're to share some shit. We'll have a bit of crack, and we're going to share some stuff. This isn't the 7-day challenge or anything like that. But on that note, by the way, guys, Saturday, start of the latest, greatest, newest free 7-day program. If you've not been through our programs and you want, the way I would look at it is simply this: if you want some skills and tools to get out of your head and start living freely, and actually live a life you want, it's the best place to start. If a simple way. We'll teach you some amazing skills, part of a great community. Many of the people on here would have started in a 7-day who are now in our programs. Many people on here who aren't in our programs have been through a 7-day and got value. So if you're somebody who's like, man, yeah, I need a bit of a kickstart mentally, physically, emotionally, then it's a no-brainer. It's free. We put a lot of time and effort into it. The skills are legitimate skills. Jump in. If you want the information, type #7 in the comments and it will get sent to you. But that being said, tonight's theme is called A Million, the Million Edition. This is the last one we're going to do for 3 or 4 weeks. We've got a lot of commitments coming up. We have a lot of programs running, and so we're having 3 or 4 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
However, before we get into the theme, I'm laughing already. A Million Lives. We always play a 3-minute game called Would You Rather with our wonderful co-host, Ben Fanning. So, the question, guys, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 71. We have 3 questions to ask Ben. The first person to put a number between 1 and 71, and I'll pick a question.
Yeah. And for anyone new tuning in, look, we're serious in what we do, and we're very serious about having fun and a crack, right? Well, yeah, it's a good energy to have, and this is why we do it. Put me under the car. Shami gets to ask some crazy questions. So if you do hear a crude question, because we are picking them off, do you rather list, it is what it is. It's a little bit of fun. If you're offended, this ain't for you.
Okay, Kelly Duffy is in. Question number 31. This is a great question.
Is it?
Yeah, guys, listen very carefully. Kelly Duffy, number 31. Ben, would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret?
Oh, man. Okay.
So, folks, the question is, would Ben rather fulfill his biggest wish or resolve his biggest regret? Where's he going to go? Fulfill his biggest wish? Resolve his biggest regret. Wish or regret? Put it in the comments. Go. You got 10 seconds. Wish or regret? Wish or regret? Come on, fastest finger first. We got some regrets.
What did you just say? Shit.
Fastest finger first.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Yes, great question. But I answered it. Split of a second. If that helps.
Okay, Ben, wish or regret?
Wish.
Why? What's your logic? You've gone for wish.
The logic behind it is that we're always creating a new. I ain't going to go back and change anything because that could change where I'm at right now.
Nice. Okay, folks, if you put wish, you are still in the game. But if you put regret, you can still play. Okay, fastest finger first. A number between 31 and 71. Go. First person. 31 and 71.
Yeah. So why you guys? Oh no. This is, you need another question. Oh, sorry, picking it. Yeah. So why you guys are picking a quick number?
42. Numbers in. Sorry, man.
Straight in. Let's go.
Flipping how? Some deep questions. Would you rather be a home wrecker or home wrecked?
I don't even know what that means. What's a home wrecked? Like,
I think
like
it means
wreck.
you'd rather be like a home wrecker of someone else's home, you know, like maybe, you know,
Yeah,
or would you rather have your own home wrecked? So would
Oh,
you rather be a
right.
home wrecker
Yeah,
or
yeah.
experience the wreckage?
Oh, shit.
Here you go, folks. Wrecker or wrecked?
It's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? That one.
Yeah.
If you wreck someone's home, you might wreck your own. If you wreck your own, you might wreck someone's own. Can it be a neither? Is there neither option?
Home wrecker. Wrecked. Home wrecker. Neither. Yeah, there's no neither option. This is the game of would you rather. You know, unfortunately, Ben's got to answer the question. If you had to choose one.
Yeah.
Wrecker or wrecked? I'm not making these up, guys.
I don't know. He's probably written these out and just whatever numbers you're picking, he was going to pick these anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go with.
You know me. I would have picked the rude ones.
Yeah, he definitely would have. These are a bit too nice for side. In fact, I'm going to let the darker side of me answer this, and I'll say I'll probably wreck a home before I wreck me home.
Nice. Okay, folks, that was a bit of a tough question. However, we have one more. We need a number between. Okay, I'm going to pick this. We need a number between.
Like a bingo caller.
We need a number between 20 and 70. 20 and 70, and then bring up the first one.
Teresa was a good answer. Both options you wrecked. Probably, yeah. Yeah, that's what I said before. Chicken or the egg. 65. Riley's got to have one tonight. Riley, however you say it. Cheryl.
65.
Cyril. Is it Cyril?
Mate, I was hoping someone would pick either 65 or 57.
Look at him. He's getting pleasure out of this.
Mate, this question's horrendous.
Oh, shit. Go on. I'm ready.
I can't even read this out. And we're serious about our work, as you know. But would you rather sit on a dick and eat cake? Wait there. Or sit on a cake and eat dick?
I ain't even answering that shit. You better get another one. I can't answer it. I ain't fucking answering it.
Mate, the question...
Yeah. I ain't answering that shit. That ain't me. I can't. I don't know which one to pick. I don't know which way around I'd rather have it. Listen, I'm just going to answer it. I'd rather eat the dick because
I'm muted, Ben. I've muted you. He's not allowed to answer yet. He's not allowed to answer. What is it? I've muted you still. No one can hear you. What? Yeah. What's he gonna do? Sit on cake and eat dick? Or sit on dick and eat cake? What's he eating? Eating the cake? Sit on Richard's lap and enjoy the cake. Cake. To be clothed. Sorry, Ben. I've muted him because he's got uncomfortable here. Okay, Ben. 20 seconds.
I was trying to jeopardize a party, so I would. If I had to, I would probably eat the dick because I can chew it off and spit it back in his hand. That's the only way I would probably do it. No. I mean, look, no disrespect to the gay community, but I was in that position. Someone's getting harmed.
Order the cake. Order the cake. Order the cake. Okay, folks. That resumes this week's. I eat the cake. That brings a wrap to this week's Would You Rather with Mr. Ben Fannin. He's a great sport. And for those of you who've never ever seen this before and wonder what the hell it's about, don't panic. If you're in the 7-day challenge, there's no Would You Rather. However, every week this industry, we're in the industry of helping people with their mental health, their mindset, their training, all the rest of it. Sometimes it can all be a little bit too serious.
Yeah.
The ability to laugh at yourself and just have a bit of fun over stupid shit. me mainly laughing. It just lightens the mood. Like, serious. I can't watch another show where someone tells me their rags to riches story or their big moment, or every time I've been to seminar and it's just the same old recurring story repeated a million times. That's to get some buy-in with the audience. So tired of that shit.
What Simon doesn't know is that in season 4, he's under the cosh. So we all get to have a laugh at side too.
Yeah,
but it's
definitely.
not in the name of fun and love.
Yeah. So on a serious note, folks, this week's theme is the million edition. And there's a reason for that. So I was doing some training in the week, and there was a stat that come up, and it was from the WHO, not the rock band, as I put earlier, but from the World Health Organization. And it was a stat in 2014. And the stat was that more people die every year across the globe through suicide than they do through all of the conflicts and all of the natural disasters combined in that year. So it's roughly 900,000, and that was in 2014, and the stats have got worse since then. So you can say it's safely over 1 million now. And that stat just stopped me in my tracks, literally. I paused the training I was on, and I was like, more people than all of the natural disasters and conflicts. Now, it's not a competition, like what's the best way, that's not what the point of the stat is. It just blew my mind. And that's why tonight's theme is called the Million Edition, because I'd love to ask everyone here a question. We do a huge amount of work in this space. We don't claim to be mental health practitioners, far from it. We don't claim to be practicing any some form of that. What we're saying, what we do just happens to have an incredible side effect. Our statistics point to people in 30 days reducing anxiety by 70%, increasing happiness by roughly 333%, by doubling their resilience, nearly 200%, self-reported. Our app data, where people use our programs and log their emotions, that shows even stronger data. Roughly 200 people a month put their data in on there of how they're feeling, and the percentage decrease in all of that stuff is even greater than those stats. So we know what we're doing, and what we do is very effective. But I'm interested. Why do you think that is? Why is this spiraling out of control? No one asks people. That's why we do these lives. It's like, rather than me saying, hey, Ben, hey, sometimes it's like, what do the real people think walking this planet? Why do you think it is? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm not looking. I'm actually curious to engage with people on why we think this is.
Yeah. So
as many of you comment in the comments as possible, because I think this needs a broader discussion. We've gone from seeing if Ben would eat cake or dick to talking about and that's just what you're going to get from us.
All in the name of fun, man.
So some people have said, no help. People don't ask for help. Cool. And by the way, guys, let other people have their comments as well. If you think someone's like saying, like everyone's comments valid here.
Absolutely.
What do you think? I'm going to wait till at least 30 people answer. We don't seek or ask for help. Not enough help out there. Lack of help. People don't understand. Lack of help. People don't open up. There's not enough recognition. Connection support. They don't get educated. Reliance on medication. and emptiness. So it's made out to be quite a negative thing, maybe some people put there. Yeah, just giving a telephone number, embarrassed, just sticking people on tablets. Guys, there's no wrong answer. Like, seriously, just pop it in. Even if you've never suffered with a mental health, it's not a problem. Just think, why do you think that is? So, lack the skills, find it embarrassing. People are too scared to ask for help. They don't want to feel like a burden. People don't know how to ask for help or feel weak. Nice, James. What else? Let's go. In the minds, there is no help. No matter what is told to them, it won't make a difference to their minds. Feel a burden. So many of you put there's no help, or there's no help out there, which it can feel like, I think, sometimes. So here's a follow-up question for everyone, because this is just really good, I think, to talk about. And we don't normally get this deep on this, but here's a follow-up question for everyone. Why then, with more awareness than ever in my lifetime, there's more awareness on this than in my lifetime? That's a fact. And why, with more help readily available, there is more help readily available, are we still struggling to curb this? So I'll give you an example. Yeah, my mum won't mind me sharing this. My mum was very ill when I was younger. And when she went to the doctor at the time, they just didn't even know what that stuff was. They were like, oh, you'll be all right, you'll be okay. This is like 36 years ago. You'll be all right. She ended up in a mental institution, but at the time, you'll be all right. You'll be okay. And, because they didn't know, they weren't educated. So now compared to if you went to your doctor and said, I'm struggling, they'd be usually straight away, like, boom, 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 boom. Whereas then they didn't even know what this shit was. Postnatal depression, what's that? You're just dang. So why now, with more awareness, more funding, are we still no real better off, if we're honest? And I'm only looking at stats from the WHO, the World Health Organization. If you ever want to question the stats, I'm not interested in that. Go find them. There's always someone going, back up those stats. I don't fucking know. I don't need to. They are what they are. Go find them yourself. But why? So I'm interested for you guys. Why do we think this is? So lack of resources. Because there is more help, there is more funding, and there is more awareness. No shit. There is. It may just not feel like it sometimes. Waiting list. Money sometimes. I think there's maybe there is a lot of free help out there. I'm not dismissing your comment, by the way. It's a great comment. So for you, might feel like it's money. We don't feel connected. You don't know you need help. Waiting list. There's loads of help. Yep. Nice. I've seen lots of help. Cool. People are scared of what they will hear. Don't understand themselves. Lack of resources put on waiting lists. They discuss it more at school because they don't give people skills. We're not taught. There's more of it around. Waiting lists. They don't educate us. Guys, I think this is an important discussion. Whoever has this discussion. Do you know what I find? And I do a lot of work in this area. I just end up talking to other people who are experts. And sometimes when you're an expert, you don't know what's going on down in the. It's all numbers and ideas, and it's all intentions, and it's like, what do real people think? I'm not saying you have real people like us, have a better say. I'm just saying, I wonder what other people think, because we think it could be this, but other people may say, actually, my experience of it is this. I think that's important.
It's very complex, long form answer, no doubt. But
social media. Apparently tablets fix everything, yeah. Things like internet making people feel worse, comparing. Nice, Tracy. Antidepressants like candy make me feel worse. There's a huge lack of funding despite more resources. Whole system keeps us in depression. Maybe. Ben, is there any questions that you'd like to ask? I'm just interested in getting this.
I'm going to leave it. Well, it's something we always discuss. Like, well, I think we've nailed it with them. I think that's enough to get some meat on the bone. And yeah, I just want to add to when Simon told me this stat, and you start thinking about it a little bit, and you're thinking 2014 and all the resources, all the money, everything that's been pumped into it, all the awareness, like, man, how the hell is this thing getting worse? So, it's not even getting any better. I would hate to see what the stats are now. I was like, why does it not get enough press time? Why is it not spoken about enough? Why does it take for people like me and Si to have to go vulnerable and say, hey, let's talk about taboo subjects, which we feel we're well experienced to do, right? We're not claiming to be anything in a professional manner in terms of, let's talk about suicide, but we just understand some of the mechanics from our own life, from a place of where I was staring at that possibility at one time. And it just it irritates me, and it kind of and on our last 7-day challenge, some of the feedback that we got was, and remember, the 7 days is a kickstart, right? It's not nothing to be life-changing. It's not a magic pill. It's anything but that. It's 7 days, 4 skills, 1 outcome for you to feel better at where you're at. Now, the issue, there's something that really stood out for me was for a lot of the comments, because since this COVID stuff, we're seeing a different wave of people come towards us, right? We're noticing that with a different perspective on how they're feeling. People who probably would say had a decent income, a decent life, something not really to be worried about, enjoying life, now we're hitting the panic button. And one thing that's affecting, especially the parents, is the family. And then, to see some of the results that we was getting after 7 days saying, hey, look, at home has got a lot better. My kids seem to be happier. I was like, why are we always putting money into prevention and not a single penny into cure? Money into cure, not a single penny into prevention. I mean, someone may be able to tell me that we do put money into prevention, but I don't see that. It's the same with cancer. We put all the money into cure, but zero into prevention. And that's what concerns me. And that's what I was trying to say for the 7 days, that what my message has been going out to say, hey, parents, look, parenthood, this is something for you, but the skills that you're about to learn and that can practice will impact the kids. And I feel that's then the prevention measure. We have to deal with it. I'm in the trenches every day, so sad, like in the trenches. I'm coming all around to wash myself with emotion because the shit I see on a day-to-day basis. If I really told you about it now, you would think it was a conspiracy theory. It doesn't exist, but it does. And that's the part where I go, okay, I'm willing to get on the battlefield like me and Si do. I'm willing to try and find a better way. I'm willing to do what we need to do to impact people's lives. But when can't we now stop repeating history and expecting a different result and start looking at prevention measures now practically training the kids? And that really concerns me. That's a question I want answering, like, why are we not looking at prevention? But that's, anyway, that's where I'm at with it.
I think the one thing I know is this, okay? There's not going to be one method that fits all. I'm fortunate enough to study with some really cracking people, from HeartMath to Flow Genome to all these top people. I'm on a call today with one of the top science people in bloody Norway, you know, talking about some deep stuff. And one thing I know is, like I said, it's not for everyone. Okay, like there's talk therapies are shown to be successful 50% of the time. So sort of counseling therapy, I never knock that. If you get something from it, great. But, you know, it's effective 50% of the time. So 50% of people who get that won't get any kind of result. So that leaves a whole lot of people, right, on the table. I think it's 1 in 3 people now suffer anxiety to a debilitating rate. In kids, that's increasing, and we're obviously we are bringing up medicated kids these days. You know, medicated, first time in a long time, many generations that kids have been overly medicated for stuff like that. So, for me, the missing link is skills. We preach this heavily, and I'm not just set this up to share this, but to have skills. You can't control life. You don't know what's going to happen. We're all going to experience pain, loss, setbacks, suffering, rejection, all of the shit we don't like, and it's part of life. However, we can skill up. We can skill up because they are skills. It's a skill to learn how to bounce back from obstacles. Resilience is a trainable thing. So is confidence. So is happiness. As in, they are skill sets to learn how to calm yourself down, to learn how to detach from your thinking that upsets you, to learn how to express emotion usefully and not repress it. They are skills. And we built our whole system on that. You know, that's what we believe in. The 12-month system in Academy is built around skills, the 30-day skills, the 7-day skills. Give people skills and they have the skills to practice. And I don't think anyone who is struggling is lost in the sense that we can always learn to do a little bit better. And I don't blame anyone because we don't. And it's easy to say. There is people teaching skills, by the way. And there is some people teaching skills. And it's easy to knock medication, but actually medication is very useful for some people who are so far in the pit that they can't get themselves out yet. They lack the activation energy to pull yourself out. That is a real thing. I would never knock medication. I would never knock some form of talking for a lot of people. But we have to look at the numbers and see where we're at. And for me, skills are what's missing. And if you talk about that, people go, yeah, teach them kids. If it's good for kids, it's good for adults. And having a toolkit and a daily practice and just knowing you have things to go to that you can use is life-changing because it builds confidence. It builds belief in who you are. Someone asked me on our Academy feed tonight, how do you believe in yourself? I was like, do you know what? Belief's overrated. Trust. Sometimes I don't believe in myself at all. But I trust that I'll be all right, whatever. I have the skills. I trust that I've got the toolkit, the level of investment in myself, physically, mentally, and emotionally to deal with those things. And they are practical skills. The other thing is we spend too much time in our heads. We spend too much time questioning the problem with the so-called problem. I find it very ironic that we hate our thinking so much that we need to fix it. So we use our thinking to fix our thinking. We use the thing that we think is broke to fix the thing that we think is broke. Forgetting that a human being is the whole. Forgetting that the way you move, the way you hold your posture, forgetting that the way your heart rhythms work, that the way you breathe, all these systems are like the knobs and levers for your mind. We treat the mind like it's the ultimate thing, but there's all this stuff feeding back. We seem to think it all goes down, but a lot of it goes up. And there's that we do not pay enough attention to. So then we end up reaching for shit that's temporarily feels good to alter that, but we can alter that chemistry ourselves. These are skills. To sit and create a brilliant heart pattern is a skill. To sit and breathe is a skill. To sit and the way you speak is a skill. If we just learn them, it'd be amazing how we can transition to a better reality much quicker. We have to move away. I'm on my soapbox from thinking goal setting is mindset training. I've been there. Just set goals. Like, what are you learning in the process? I set many goals and felt no different for achieving them.
You're adding stress to stress with that shit.
So for me, it's like, man, we're caught between these things. What are the most effective skills anyone can learn? I think literally the quickest skill is learn to breathe effectively, learn to manage awareness effectively, learn the difference between your mind and your own awareness. That's a huge skill that's beneficial to anyone. Learn how to perceive things. But like I said, that's part of the skill equation, learning how to perceive life. It's not the whole skill equation. That's where we spend most of our time talking about our problems until we're trying to change the story we tell, and until we realize, fuck, actually that's not enough. I need to work on this other stuff as well. We have to look at it as a whole. And when we do that, we can make quantum shifts, I believe. And that is honestly why Unbreakable is so successful. And I am going to blow our own trumpet. We're massively successful. Yeah. We teach very high level things to people, who come to high performance. But the beating heart of Unbreakable is real people walking the street who need the skills, who are ready to invest in themselves, and that is where we're at. Upskilling people. It's surprising. The backgrounds and the mixture that come to us is insane. Some of the things people have been through. But the skills aren't always required in perspective changing. That is limited for me. We just say, well, I am a mind, and that is it. No, you're not. You're a mind. You're a body. You're a huge amount of different things that all work as a cohesive unit.
Love that word.
So I think that, for me personally, it's a lack of skills. Awareness is, I'm fed up of awareness. Take all that money people pump into awareness and take it into pump into training people with skills. I'm fed up of awareness. I'm fed up of someone coming out and I'm just making people aware. Everyone's a fucking aware. I'm tired of it. I can't move. We're all aware. What are we going to do about it?
Yeah, aware. Exactly.
Look, I'm really aware that the country is mainly obese. I'm really aware of that, but who cares? Like, there needs to be a shift in, like, okay, everyone's aware this is a problem. Let's upskill people and invest some stuff. Invest some money into that. And we have people in our programs, by the way, who are in mental health, who train other people in mental health. We have nurses, NHS people who are like, your shit's great. Like, who are fed up of their own system. And that's not knocking it. They do a fantastic job. They love it. They do great things. People do great work. I will never knock the people out there working with people. They do great work. But even they use a lot of this. They try and be more skill-based. So if you feel lost and like you're fucked, you're not. You just haven't been really taught effectively the skills. I don't think there's the roadmap for that. I don't think there's this user manual. I said this in a walk and talk this week. It was like people comment on our stuff like, oh, this is for weak people, this is for this is for that. It's like the attitude is just get on with it. And usually that's said by the weakest of people. Usually a man, who's angry, thinks that's great.
Yeah.
There's no manual. Where's the manual to concentrate? You should concentrate. How? It's a skill. You should think better. How? It's a skill. You should express your emotions. How? It's a skill. How? Well, I don't know how. Just do it. But what if you didn't grow up in an environment where that was what was going on? So you didn't learn the skills. You should just get on with it. Oh, don't worry about them. Don't worry about other people. How? That's a skill. They're all skills that we just expect people to know. It's like me bringing a lot of people in here right now and go, right, just figure out this computer for me. You should know. Go on, off you go. Well, I don't know. I've never used it before. Oh, figure it out. It's hard work. So skills and upskilling is where the magic is, without a doubt. Awareness is one thing. Board of awareness. Awareness is usually now marketing. Fact. I'm just being as honest as I can on our final lockdown live.
Yeah,
Most marketing. Come on, let's not be naive.
yeah.
You know, when you've been behind a curtain, you know what's going on. Most awareness is marketing. Hey, look at my terrible life. Yeah, I get it. You're marketing to me. It's cool. You know, but yeah, man up. Yeah, get a lot of man up. Get a lot of it. Usually said by the weakest of men. No offense to them, you know. Usually said by the weakest of men. I think I'll let you talk in a minute, Ben. The other thing.
Oh man, I am enjoying this. Is the shit about it we love to do. We've being around the bush with this.
You know, also I think in mental health, there's this thing that mental health is about sadness. They wonder why men, like the biggest killer of men under 40 or whatever, is suicide. Nothing else. Why is it? And I find it quite patronizing when people are like, men need to express their emotions. Only the acceptable ones. Yeah. You can be sad and you can be upset, and it's okay. It's okay. They don't say you can be angry, and that's okay. You can be a real dick sometimes, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. So a lot of men are guilty, angry at themselves, shameful, fucking fed up, but they can't express that because it's only okay to be sad. It's only okay to have bad mental health if something's happened to you. That's only okay. It's like, nah, it affects all people. And it's only acceptable if you're having a tough time. It's acceptable whatever. And that's a shift that needs to happen. Yeah. Because it's not okay. It's okay to be not okay unless it's what I don't think's okay. And then it's not okay to not be okay. It's like there's so many shortcomings in all of it. It sometimes not calling out, but it's like, no, come on. We keep people talking about their problems. We never teach them anything, and we only allow them to feel what's acceptable. In a nutshell, there's 3 things that need to change. And that's what our mission will keep being: educate people, train with good skills, create communities massively. If we can do those 2 things, there is a third thing that I'll think about in a minute. If we can do those 2 things at the minimum, then we've done our job, you know.
And why is on that topic about doing the job, like, you know, we're in a bit of a tough situation right now because, you know, we're talking about this. We are really talking about this, and to a degree, you know, we're always putting our message out there, and we, you know, from a social media standpoint, we're absolutely getting penalized for some reason, because for some reason people feel offended when we come out with this real shit, right? But that's neutralizing us. You know, it's stopping us put our message out there. Now, we ain't pointing the finger at anybody. It is what it is. We're not anybody to Facebook. They don't care who Simon Ben is and Unbreakable and what stats we're getting. But we seem to be trumping the minority of going, we're just going to crumble if someone feels a certain way. Forget that we've just, you know, impacted thousands of lives and they've gone on to help themselves, and it goes on this community base and everything going on. And this is why it's important for us now. When we're going vulnerable and speaking about these topics that no one else really seems to want to be talking about, well, you know, the dirty dozen and the filthy few that do. So it's important, you know, for most people that have been through the 7 days onto the 30 days, you know, the time, the energy that we put up, knowing that we're leading people in the right direction. We're not just a personality like, hey, look at me, we're going to motivate you. And, you know, this is another problem in this industries that we need some help right now. We need some help to share stuff like this, to like and comment, and help this algorithm process of going, no, these guys are doing a good job, because that's all it's tracking. You know, because for everyone that's been through the 7 days, for when we're doing these lockdown lives, for the 30 days, for anyone in the academy, as we have somehow found them through the process of social media, which is a phenomenal tool for the right reasons, right? You know, it gets a bad rap, but we wouldn't have been able to impact the people that we have if we didn't have this in our armory. But not only that, we are building something that Simon started, as we know, to be here when we're long gone. And it's not just for legacy for us, because it's a system, it's a process, it's a new way, it's an evolution. We're trying to revolutionize the way shit's done. In fact, we're not trying, we're making it happen. Our results show. But the problem is, Like I got a post put down yesterday because I go, hey, look, here's what I'm concerned about. Hey, parents, this is why I think you should come on in 7 days because it can impact your kids. Because I got some feedback from some parents that said, hey, it's making a difference, which I'm very passionate about. You know, let's just forget us all messed up. Let's just create a new and give these a new possibility and some greater opportunities in this new evolution of life, especially with the technology revolution that's starting, whatever the hell that is. But without it, without this sense of community and this message traveling, it ain't going to happen. And with that yesterday, with someone feeling offended of maybe something I said, to take down my post, you know, never mind is it a threat for everyone's business right now with this COVID season. We have got a threat of people who just want to, where their opinion is irrelevant. Let's just face it, their opinion is irrelevant. If you think we're trying to rip someone off, if you think, oh, you PhD, we need to see stats, your opinion is irrelevant, but it's causing a cause and effect that's stopping other people get a possibility and opportunity. We don't know how to put that out, but it will happen. You guys share your message, what you're getting, your results, your sense of community sharing, the live sharing each other's coming together in this togetherness right now that we all need more than ever. The sense of community is just, the whole thing is disrupted. So, you know, we're asking for everyone that turns up and get something from us. And you listen, if there's two guys in the world that actually care about you winning and are rooting for you to have a great life, it's me and him, you know, because we give a shit. And when we see that happen, it makes us feel good. That's the selfish part. That's the receiving part. So right now, if you knew the 7 days available, let's go. You know, #7, do whatever, reach out, cool. But for those guys that love and support us, you know, we need your help. Like I said, share, like, comment. If you see the ads, just do your thing. Don't argue. We're not trying to get into some pity party. You're wrong, you're right. We're not interested in their opinion. We just want to hear you. And we just need to be a little bit louder than, oh, I feel a bit offended because someone told the truth.
Yeah. And that night, Becky Owen, it took me ages to say for it. Annette's in our academy, right? I always tell the story of Annette. It was one of them people who was like, I want to do your 30-day. Okay, I haven't got the money, I'll save. And people say that, and you're like, yeah, right. And then next month she come back, got the money, I'm in. I was like, wow. Living the dream in academy as well, which is amazing.
You're living the dream.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Guys, 7 days is free, like fucking hell. It's free training. Jump in, it's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Free 7 days. No-brainer. No hidden things. You don't have to buy an app, you don't have to buy a book. This is free. Come on now. A week of training. It's not a free hour. Hey, I'm doing a free training on Wednesday. A week of free training. Yeah. Oh, amazing. I think so anyway. It gets results.
Yeah. So exactly, that's all it is. It's progress, and that's it. You know, let us help this stat. Even if it's just one person, let's affect this stat from the inside out.
The trouble is, though, it is our negative bias. We do tend to listen to the negative shit more than. Unfortunately, again, this is a lack of skills. We want to remove all of the problems in the world to make it all okay for everybody. A lot of us just need to improve our skills. If I got offended by everyone who commented on my feed talking shit to me, there'd be nobody left on Facebook.
Oh, shit.
But I think I have the skill to say, I think maybe that's not relevant to me right now. And sometimes it's that, you know, we've gone too far with the taking shit down, to be honest. So there's shit that needs taken down, but there's shit that just because a few people don't like it, well, you know, we can't say that anymore because, you know, it offends people. Or maybe people need to have better skills to not be offended by absolutely everything. God, I can't walk around without being offended these days. That being said, Ben has a wonderful new dog he's got to go see to. Guys, I realise we haven't shared many practical tips tonight. We haven't shared many skills, but this is our final lockdown live. We're having, you know, a few weeks off now. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 weeks. We have a 7-day challenge starting this Saturday. A load of new people. I cannot wait for that. We have a 30-day challenge starting soon. One ending in the next couple of weeks, which is brilliant. There's lots going on. It's a great time to be part of what we're doing. Thank you for showing up. The 7 days is free, Scott, so just reach out to us and do that, mate. Jump in there and see how you get on. Or Ben, I'll drop you a message. let's just get involved. I look forward to seeing as many of you there as possible. I appreciate you guys rocking up, and tonight was more a point of like, let's share some stuff. If that's the stats, with more money, with more awareness, if that's my business, and I'm looking at my business going, wow, we seem to have got worse the last 8 years, I'd probably lose my job. So I wonder if I would question my methods. And that is it. Sometimes we need different methods. That being said, jump in on the 7 days. Ben, go see to your dog. Folks, it's been a blast. See you soon. We'll see you on the other side. Peace.